Hey everyone, this is Janice Wright from the Garrison Public Affairs Office, and today we have our fourth installation of the Keep It a Safe Summer or KISS series, and we are talking to K.I.S. from Cavalry Family Housing. He's going to tell us all about ways that our residents can keep it safe and about the new developments that we have at Cavalry Family Housing. All that and more on this week's episode of the Great Big Podcast.
Hi, Janice. How are you doing?
Again.
Good to see you as well.
So glad to have you. So as you know, we are doing a series for KISS, which is Keep It a Safe Summer, in support of the 101-day critical days of the summer, which, high heat, things like that. So we are in support of the Keep It a Safe Summer program. So we want to know how you can keep it a safe summer in housing.
Absolutely. And safety is very important. And the first thing I want to talk about is grilling safety. Grilling safety is something that we see incidents that happen, routinely, especially during the summertime because people are out grilling all the time.
Absolutely.
There are, hundreds of thousands of adults that have grilled before, but we still have more than 10,000 incidents in the United States of grilling incidents. And just some key points that we like to reinforce with the residents: make sure that you always supervise the barbecue grill when it's in use. Don't add charcoal or lighter fluid when the charcoal has already been started. Never grill indoors. This is another big thing. So we've got there have been instances of people actually grilling inside their homes.
I have never tried that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that either. And then probably the most important thing is making sure you keep the grill in the open and away from the house. We've had instances where the grill has been too close to the house, caught the house on fire, and it hasn't turned out very well.
I have had to remember to move the grill away from the house because I like to grill on my covered back porch, but I think it's a little too close to the back door, so yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Good thing we got a good fire department here in Fort Cavazos. They respond very quickly to make sure that the safety of the resident is always at the forefront of their thinking. And then the other thing too is, and this is important all year long, not just in summertime, make sure that residents test their fire alarms. There's a test button. They're briefed on when they moved in. They have to press the button. If they don't hear anything, they need to replace the batteries. We'll talk about lawn and garden later on, but they can come down to the Fort Cavazos Lawn and Garden. They can pick up batteries for free, replace them. If the fire alarm is too much for them to worry about, call a work order in, and our guys will come out to make sure that smoke alarm is working.
That's good to know. My fire alarm or smoke alarm has actually been chirping, so is that just an indication that I need to change the battery?
That's an indication you need to change the battery, yes, okay. Janice. So, and then, it's very, very hot now. And we've got to make sure residents as well as our employees understand the importance of staying hydrated without drinking a lot of sugary beverages, wearing lightweight and cool clothing during the summertime, as well as taking breaks and getting back into the air conditioning while you're out. But the good thing is we do have a pool over in Kuma.
Yes, and we've got pools are currently open.
Pools are currently open. Absolutely. And we have 3 splash pads as well, located across our 12 communities. The pool hours are Tuesday through Thursday from 10 to 6, and then Friday to Sunday from 10 to 7. And you have to be 15 years or older in order to go unaccompanied into the pool. But we've had a lot of people come through the pool since we opened it up back on Memorial Day.
Okay.
And if you can't make it there, you don't have a car or something, get on the Cavazos Connector. You can take a trip over to the Kuma pool or one of the splash pads.
Shameless plug for the Cavazos Connector.
Absolutely.
Keep in mind that we have that resource that can get you from point A to point B, and you don't have to walk or use your own vehicle. So absolutely use the Cavazos Connector.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And that's it for safety.
Well, I wanted to also delve in a little bit about how residents can, keep it safe for the summer within their homes. I know that we have a lot of brand new housing, have a lot of smart appliances and apps and things. So can we talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely, yeah. Saving energy is very, very important, especially here in Texas. We don't want to overload the grid. But we also want to keep our HVAC, our air conditioning systems, working as efficiently as possible. So if you have any problems with your HVAC system, the first thing is make sure you call maintenance. So we come out and check the system.
Right.
And that includes water leaks too. If there are any water leaks inside the HVAC system, please call the maintenance hotline as soon as possible to get the maintenance folks out there to check out the HVAC. Changing filters is very important too, especially in the summertime.
Right.
We recommend you change out your filters once a month. If you have pets, change it out more frequently, twice a month. We do have filters available in all sizes for all our homes at our lawn and garden, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. Making sure that the air vents are cleaned out and there's nothing blocking the air vents, so the air can get in and flow freely into the system as well. And of course, using ceiling fans, if you have them, very important both in the summertime and in the winter to keep the air circulating and to keep the whole
My ceiling
home.
fan comes in clutch. Even when I turn the air down a little bit to save energy, the ceiling fan keeps cool air circulating, so it still feels like it's cool in the room.
Absolutely. And our HVAC technicians have been very busy, not just ours, but DPW's, the barracks and all the government buildings and everything else, especially in the summertime. And probably one of the most important things, Janice, is making sure that you regulate the temperature at the appropriate level. And actually the Army has a regulation that recommends keeping your temperature in the summertime set to 75 to 80 degrees in the summertime, and 65 to 70 degrees during the wintertime.
Okay.
And that 75 to 80 degrees in the summertime is very important because it helps the air conditioning unit to operate efficiently.
Right.
And every degree that you go down below that 75 is an 8% increase in the amount of energy that's used. So
I can testify that works because I usually turn my AC way down while I'm at work, and then I set it to where it gradually goes back up when I get back home. So I'm saving energy during the day while I'm not there, and it's nice and cool when I do get off work.
Absolutely.
And it has reflected on my bill. It's a lot lower.
But at the end of the day, I think all residents would agree that we want to make sure that they're comfortable, number one. But we also want to make sure that we're doing our part to save energy for Fort Cavazos and the state of Texas, for that matter, as well.
Absolutely. So what else do we have? I'm hearing from you that we have some very exciting things going on in housing. And also you had talked about lawn and garden, about resources that residents may get. And a lot of residents may not know that they have access to all these free things.
Absolutely. We do have a lawn and garden. Most residents, the residents should be briefed on it when they move into Fort Cavazos, into our 12 communities. But we have a very well-stocked lawn and garden, one of the best in portfolio. We have a lot of self-help items for residents to come in and take care of everything from changing light bulbs to changing air filters. And like I said, we have all the air filters for all sizes of the homes. We've got door stops. We've got filters for the vents for the stoves. So we have all those self-help items, but we also have loaner equipment as well. So we've got lawnmowers, we've got weed eaters, we've got blowers, and residents can come in and they can sign it out for. If they sign it out in the morning, they have to have it back by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If they sign it out on Friday afternoon, they can keep the lawnmower or the equipment out until Monday morning, 8 o'clock, and they have to have it back to us by then. And Lawn and Garden is open to all of our residents Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock until 5 p.m.
Right. And I just wanted to preface that the resources, all of the things that are available, the rentals are free of charge.
They're all free of charge.
To Fort Cavazos residents.
Absolutely. And we're very proud of our Lawn and Garden. And we want to encourage residents to use it as much as they possibly can.
Absolutely. I think it's really, really important that you guys offer that resource because not a lot of military families want to, move with lawn equipment like, lawnmowers. It's very cumbersome. It's not very convenient. So the fact that they can come here and just rent it, sign it out when they need it is much more convenient.
And the best part is they don't have to go to Lowe's and get their stuff. They can just go down there and get it at the Lawn and Garden.
And also, in the beginning of spring when it's time to, you kind of, zhuzh up those flower beds and our our lawns and everything. You guys also offer mulch and topsoil and seed and everything. It's great.
Yep. So in March, we do offer that. We offer the mulch, the topsoil, and the seed. And it goes very fast. So you got to be there very early in the morning to get
Absolutely. So, for those of you who missed it this year, you can gear up and get ready for it next year. They'll be doing another giveaway next year, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So tell us about other exciting things happening with Cavalry Family Housing.
So we have a special called the Sizzling Summer Savings Campaign. Now, our mission is to house all of our active duty soldiers and their families, and active duty has priority. But we're also offering to serve our military retirees, our DoD employees, our contractors, active Guard and Reserve members as part of the total Army, and civilians for all of our available homes. And we're offering some specials that are going on right now, including waived prorated rent. If they move on post from an off-post address, they can receive up to $500 on your move-in costs. Now, this is a limited time special. But if anyone is interested in moving on to Fort Cavazos, I encourage them to reach out to our leasing office at 254-220-4799, or they can learn more at our website, cavalryfh.com.
Okay, so this is pretty groundbreaking. This has never been offered before, where civilians, contractors, DoD ID card holders could move on the installation. So.
We've always had great civilians and contractors living on post in the past, and we're just opening this up again to encourage
so
more.
It was established before,
yes,
and then it went away, and now it's reestablished.
Well, we've always had them. They've always had the ability to get on the wait list. It's just we had a very large influx of active duty soldiers,
Understood.
And our primary mission is to house the active duty soldiers. And when you talk to the resident advisory board member, I think a little bit later, you're going to find out that there are a lot of great residents who are on the resident advisory board that are civilians living inside our communities.
Okay, so now there's a bit of an influx of new homes with all of the construction and the new construction in new home areas. Okay, that's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah, and we have 150 new homes over in Heritage Heights for our junior enlisted E1 through E6. And we're very excited about that growth of Heritage Heights. And, those are 150 plus new homes that have been built since we started this project back last June.
Wow. That's really exciting, Chris. Great information about how to keep it safe. Great information about if you're thinking about making a change. If you'd like to reside here at the Great Place, you can get more information at the Cavalry Family Housing website about that. Thank you so much, Chris.
You are quite welcome, Janice. Thank you very much.
And you guys keep it safe this summer. Remember to kiss it. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Didn't start the fire. Memorial Day weekend. Time to get my grill on. We didn't start the fire, but it's always. Oh, we fixing to start a fire now. Hey kids, who wants a hot dog? Hot dog? Anybody? Hot dog? What happened? Who are you?
Well, I'm Sergeant Safety. Never add lighter fluid to burning or hot coals. Remember to keep the grill at least 10 feet away from a building. And remember, stay safe, y'all.
And we're back, guys, and now we're sitting here with the Fort Cavazos Resident Advisory Board President, Leslie Cromer, and she's going to tell us all about RAB and the great things they're doing and how you can be a part of it.
Awesome. Thanks for having me today.
You're so welcome. Nice to see you.
I don't even know where to start. The Resident Advisory Board is so much all at once.
We're looking forward to hearing all about it.
So the main thing about the Resident Advisory Board is just making sure the residents feel heard. There's a lot of people, they're 18 years old, they just moved out of their house, they don't know anything about living on their own.
Right.
So they don't realize there's so many resources here, and this place is so big. Mm-hmm. There is so many resources that people don't even use.
Right.
So our main goal is let us get the resources to you, let us help you, not struggle.
So the RAB also helps new families transition into military living here at the Great Place, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people online, they think they'll just post it online and their problem's going to get solved.
Oh, right, right.
No, you got to call that number. You got to call the work orders, and you got to advocate for yourself. Mm-hmm. If you don't reach out, nothing's going to happen. And I think that's where a lot of problems start. So just kind of the RAB, seeing someone post on Facebook, me or any of my 25, I think there's 25 of us now. I don't know, the numbers changing always, but I want to say there's about 25 of us. If we see it on there, we'll reach out to you and try to get you the best resource possible for whatever situation you may be in.
Okay. So the basic premise of the RAB program is to advocate on behalf of residents. What other major, things do you guys do as far as for the housing?
So we try to come up with fun events to kind of get people out of the house, try to make you meet a friend within your within your community.
Trying to make those connections.
Yeah. I mean, a simple thing people don't know about is just because you live in the Comanches, you can swim in the Kuma pool. Mm-hmm. You don't have to live at Kuma to swim in the Kuma pool. And it's just little things like that. So it's like you got that mom out of the house that might have just thought, oh, I can't go to the pool because it's Kuma. Mm-hmm. Well, now she's getting out. She's at the pool. She's swimming. She's making friends.
Right.
And so it's not always just bad. It's also giving them the good resources that are there. Okay. And then we plan like little fun events for it. Like we have our rock snake coming again.
You guys are always doing something fun. And I have participated with you on quite a few things. So that's great. What do you have coming up?
So we have our community rock snake, Rocky. Resident from Kuma last year reached out and was like, hey, I saw this on Facebook. We should do this here at Fort Cavazos. And I was like,
our resident writer, Eric, I think he actually reported on that story.
He did. It was,
shout out, Eric.
Yes, he did. And the residents loved it. So we brought Rocky back again. So Pershing won last year, but, the Comanche 2 and me, I'm rooting for Comanche 2 this year.
Yes. Now, you are very active. I've actually seen you and the other ladies dress up in the bunny costumes, hop around, post and deliver Easter baskets. These are all great things. I love how you guys are bringing the residents together, introducing them to one another, because sometimes it's hard to acclimate and get out there and make new friends, especially when you're new here.
Yes, definitely. It's a whole new state for people, so you just sometimes you gotta just take them out. Say, come on, I'll knock on your door. I'll be dressed as the Easter Bunny and I'll show you. There's a lot of positive things here.
Absolutely. You guys even just, christened the new pickleball court.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It's a beautiful court down there in Comanche too. You just go to the community center. You could check out the free equipment. Yeah, if you don't have it.
If you don't have, I know that a lot of people have their own special pickleball paddles and equipment,
I do.
But you can check it out if you don't have your own.
Yes.
Of course you do.
Of course I got it.
Your babies probably have their own as well.
Oh my goodness. No, they take mine, but.
The way you guys repurpose that old tennis court, it's just, I love the way you guys take what we already have and just kind of elevate it.
Yes, of course. I'm all about recycling. We don't need to add. If we already got it here, let's fix it up and let's continue to use it.
So if you wanted to become a part of the RAB family, how would you go about doing that?
So you just go to the Cavalry Family Housing website, and there's a part, you'll click Residents, and then under the Residents tab, you'll see Meet Your Resident Advisory Board. You could click there, which is great because you could first read up on all of RAB things. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of see what we're about, see if you're a good fit for us,
Right.
You might not be about volunteering, and that's fine.
Right.
But it kind of gives you a great idea of who we are and what we do and just our mission. And if you scroll down to the bottom, it'll give you the application to fill out and then email it back in, and then we'll see it. And we don't really deny anyone. We love everyone.
Absolutely. So is there anything else you want viewers and listeners to know about RAB?
You definitely should join us. I don't know. There's a lot. There's so much. It's a lot of positivity. It got me out of the house when I first got here. I had no friends, and now I have 25 people that have to talk to me every day.
There you go. So, making those connections once again. Well, there you have it, RAB. If you want to have your voices heard, you want to weigh in on decisions that impact your communities, join RAB. Thanks for being here with us.
Good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Hey guys, my name is Sean Davis, and I am one of your hosts here on the Great Big Podcast for the Fort Cavazos Garrison Public Affairs, and I wanted to personally thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. Now, we always appreciate your support, but it means nothing unless you get a like, subscribe, and comment on your rap sheet. So make sure you do that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't have anything to say, just leave a comment. We just love reading it. If you're not English, just post it in your native language or use Google Translate. There's no excuse for you not to comment, so make sure you do that. Otherwise, I'm excited to see you guys on next week's episode of the Great Big Podcast, and we will see you there.